What's up, guys? Swaggy Shanks here, and welcome to another Pokemon video. And so, in this video, we'll be doing something different. Turns out I got tagged for the Pokemon Tag Team Challenge, and I got tagged by its agent Lafex. So shout out to him. Also shout out to Houndoom Scrafty, aka Callum. Make sure you check out his channel. I'll put both of their channels in the description below, and the two people that I will be tagging. Before we get into the video, there are the rules. Number 1, what would your trainer class be? Number 2, how many Pokemon would you have? Number 3, why'd you choose those Pokemon? And 4, who would be on your team? And then I tag 2 other people to continue the tag. 2 other people to continue the tag. So enough of me talking, and let's go ahead and get started with the video. Now, I literally sat down for like 2 minutes and already knew which class I was going to be. I would have been the Dragon Tamer, and the only reason I would is because, Dragon types are my favorite types, and it would be cool to tame them and use them in battle. I used to have an arsenal of dragons on my competitive team where they were all just the pseudo-legendaries, and they were boss. Complete and total boss. But yeah, that's why I would want to be the Dragon Tamer. Now, on to the next question. Alright, how many Pokemon would I have on my team? I would have 6. Because, why not? I'd probably want to have a full team to fight with. So yeah, go with 6. On to the next question. Now, the reason I chose 6 Pokemon is, why not? You want a full team, so go ahead and get 6. On to the next question. Alright, so now we're at the important part of the video, which is what Pokemon would be on your team. So I've chose 6 companions that have helped me out through several situations in previous games, just how much I like them, and other things that I have enjoyed about them. So let's go ahead and get started. So my first Pokemon is a no-brainer. I'm going to go ahead and get him out of the way. It's Luxray. Now, this one was pretty obvious because, Shanks is my mascot. And so you would probably be able to guess who would be on the list. So it's going to be either my mascot or my mascot's evolutions. And so Luxray, he's on the list. It's pretty obvious. He has been a great addition to my Diamond and Pearl team, which was the second Pokemon I caught out in the wild, and I fell in love with it. But the problem was, I didn't even know that Luxray was in Diamond and Pearl. How I even got Luxray in the first place was how I even got my first Luxray was on a Wonder Trade in Pokemon X and Y, where then I got a Shanks, and I fell in love with it, and I leveled it up, and leveled it up, and leveled it up. Now at level 50, I used it in competitive, and it was pretty good. Not the best, but it was good. But yeah, that was probably my first experience. But the thing is, I didn't play these games till like a long time later. And then my Diamond and Pearl, he was boss. It's the only Pokemon on my team that never fainted. And he was very good against Cynthia's Milotic. I'm not saying that Cynthia is still easy just because I never lost. I never lost to her. She still is horrifyingly strong. But yeah, you kind of get the gist. And that's why Luxray is the number 1 Pokemon on my Pokemon team. Now, for the second Pokemon I would add onto my team, it would be Gliscor. Gliscor is just an awesome Pokemon. It was the first Pokemon I ever started using competitively because I wanted a Gliscor with my OT. And so I trained, I breeded, and I got a Gliscor. And it's the first Pokemon I really breeded for competitive uses. And it was pretty strong. Well, she was pretty strong. The original one. She was awesome. She was a wrecker. She was powerful. But the thing is, I never really saved it. But the reason that, Gliscor's not my second favorite Pokemon or my first, it's actually my third. The only reason is, I was so upset that they had Weavile in there, but they didn't have Gliscor. Because I see Weavile and Gliscor being similar because they both evolve at night. Gligar and Sneasel both evolve at night. and they have to have a razor item, a razor claw or a razor fang. And so I thought whenever I saw Weavile, I thought Gliscor would be in there too. But I was pretty sad that Gliscor was not there. But that's why it wouldn't really be my mascot. But it fell down 2 stages. But I still love you, Gliscor. You are still a monster and competitive. And so that's why Gliscor would be the second Pokemon I added to my Pokemon team. Now, the third Pokemon I'm going to add to my team is Kingwood. Now, Kingwood, I just really loved it. Like, I didn't see anything in Krabby. And so I pretty much hated Krabby. And then, but I never evolved it. I just kept it in the PC. But then whenever I was watching the anime and I saw Ash's Krabby evolve into Kingler, I thought that was completely awesome, and it swept an entire team. I mean, Krabby beat an Executor. It's weak to Executor. Its special defense is pretty bad. So, it's a special attacker, so it's pretty bad. But yet, Krabby beat Executor, Seadra, and a Golbat, super duper easily. So yeah, that's the main reason I really like Kingler. And I used it on my Pokemon Red team, and it was boss. Annihilated with Crab Hammer, Surf, Vice Grip, and Ice Beam. It was a monster. But yeah, the original's gone. But yes, that's why Kingler is on this list for number 3. Now, we've got about halfway through this list, but there's still 3 more Pokemon to go. And so, for the 4th Pokemon, I chose Electabuzz. The reason I chose Electabuzz is because, I used it in my red team as well. And he was pretty boss. He was powerful. And he helped me so much against Lorelei. And he did really good with that light screen, which was able to deflect a lot of Lapras's moves, some Slowbro's moves, and handled pretty well against Dugong. But yeah, it was really powerful, and it helped me so much. And Screech Thunder Punch was deadly. But yeah, without Luxspray, this guy would probably be my favorite electric type. Now I have used an Electivire in competitive before, and it is pretty powerful. But I like Electabuzz more for that reason. And Electabuzz is pretty powerful with a 490 base. With base stats, that's about the same as a Tauros. And so whenever it evolved, it got 540. It was pretty powerful. But yeah, that's why Electabuzz is the 4th Pokemon on this list. So, for now, the 5th Pokemon that's going to be on this list is Tyrantrum of Pseudo-Legendary Dragons. Well, part of that is wrong. There was one Pokemon that was not, and he was the most powerful of them all, who would be my main sweeper and my killer. He was the killer of the team. He was the head. Who was that? Tyrantrum. Tyrantrum was just boss, and I remember getting in Pokemon X and Y as in the jaw fossil. And once I saw it evolve, I fell in love with it. And he became my most powerful Pokemon I ever owned. Now, stupid, I didn't transfer it in, so now it's lost on my other copy of Pokemon X, but he will still be the first Pokemon I ever got to level 100. And you will not believe when did I get to level 100. I got to level 100 before I reached the 6th gym. That was huge. And it took hours and hours and hours of training, but I did get to level 100 before I even faced Valerie. Or not Valerie, I forgot her name, but whatever. But yeah, there's nothing else to really say about it. My first level 100 Pokemon, so that's why Tyrantrum is the number 5 spot on this list. We have gone through 5 Pokemon, but there's 1 left. This is my second favorite Pokemon. And so, let's just think about it for a minute. if Luxray wasn't real, or if it didn't exist, who would be my favorite Pokemon? And who would be my mascot? Well, we'll tell you. It's Houndoom. So, my love for Houndoom starts in Pokemon X and Y because Pokemon X was the first Pokemon game I ever played, and I got it for my 8th birthday from my friend Lapix. So, yeah, another shout to him. But, my love for Houndoom was because I found it in Pokemon X, and I trained it up, and I caught one. I found Houndour. I caught it and trained it up. And it's not that hard to evolve it. And it's a pretty decent Pokemon with a 500 base stat total, which is not bad. And it's just really cool. It's got a really cool design. And its design really fits the definition for a dark and fire type. And it's got Doom in its name, which means whenever you send it out in competitive, it's going to be Doom. It's going to be Doom for the other person. And this Pokemon can make calls like the Grim Reaper. That is freaking awesome. And it's got a little skeleton necklace, and it's got those cool horns. But my love for Houndoom can continue on and on forever. But sorry, you're not my favorite. Luxray just barely beats you. But yeah, if I had to choose besides Luxray, Houndoom would be my go-to Pokemon. So there you guys have it. But there are 2 extra things I want to throw in there. Number 1, these are not my favorite Pokemon. Some of them are, and some of them are not. And number 2, this is not my competitive team. But now I've got that out of the way, now it's time to do the last part of the tag. Now, for my first tag, it will be to Robot Pirate Fox Thingy, who is a YouTuber who does more of Xbox and computer gameplays, but he also does do a little bit of Pokemon. So I'm going to be adding him, and the second Poketuber I'm going to tag is the Tough Turtwig. His channel hasn't started yet, but it will soon, because he is my brother. And one last thing before we go, if you would like to get tagged for the Pokemon Team Tag video, leave a comment in the description below, and I'll tell these 2, and maybe they will tag you. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you all next time.